Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Sim9. I hope you are great. I am sure you may have seen Purple Revolution from Naya Sim. I mean, some people are not finding that Purple Revolution funny because, on a very serious note, there is nothing funny about Purple Revolution. The truth is that some people think that they can take advantage of people. One thing I know for sure is that my people know when they are being gaslighted and when they are not. They started with apologizing for being part, for voting for the election, voting for who they voted for the past election, and trying to see how they can work together with Black people to make things right. See, go and work with your family, call your cousins. They left their families to come and look for Black people to work with. How is that even possible? How is that even going to happen? And the fact that I also brought video of them being really pissed over Black people not accepting their apology, that really tells you that they do not have any great intention. You hurt somebody and you just apologize for it, and you think the person will just jump out from their house to come and assist you and help you because they have always been getting help from Black people. They think it will continue to be like that. No, things already has changed. Now, Black people are telling them, stop calling us, go do your thing by yourselves and let us be. And I support that. Let them get their family and go do their thing. Let's get into this video.
This is it right here. We're talking about a white MAGA who has had this identity for 10 years straight, requesting a truce. And white MAGA that's coming out of this, I want you to listen to me. Genuinely. You have been a part, first off, white people have been a part of white supremacist violence since the beginning of this country. Now, specific to this time frame, 10 years ago, there's been a bunch of us that's told you specifically. I told people in real life, a lot of white people, that supporting Donald Trump makes you a white supremacist. Y'all laughed at him. Thought it was a joke. Didn't care. Told me I was wrong. Told a bunch of us that we were wrong. That we were too sensitive. That we were fucking liberal snowflakes. Go cry in our mommy's basement and shit. You cannot just come out of this and say, oops, I'm sorry, let's move forward together. And I'm telling you this as somebody that grew up in the backwoods of northern Michigan, who grew up in, again, white Christian nationalism. I have had to come to the understanding and the conclusion that I have done a lot of damage when I was younger. And so I cannot expect trust from anybody until I put real shit on the line. And years ago when I chose to do that, that's the only way I was able to move forward, by putting real shit on the line. And that happened through having hard conversations with my own family and friends years back, setting boundaries with them. A lot of them chose to walk away. I've lost jobs over this. I've been in front of white supremacists with guns aimed at me and organizations I was with fingers on the trigger. I have had to come to face with myself. When I've looked at these white men with fingers on the trigger, ready to kill me as another white man, and the organizations I was with because we stood against white supremacy, I had to understand I have that same capacity for violence. I had to understand other people look at me, rightfully so, as those same people that have their fingers on the trigger. And I cannot expect trust from anybody that isn't white. And I still had to push forward and do the work regardless. I had to understand what white supremacy meant. I had to understand how I played a part in it and how I'm still a part of that system against my will, and actively have to every fucking day continue to decolonize, rehumanize, work on my own internalized bullshit, and act in a way that prioritizes collective humanity, that prioritizes radical empathy and love for everybody in my community, and I have to show action. This is not something that just changes overnight. White supremacy is violent and dangerous, and that is what you have held on to for 10 years straight. I cannot beat someone's ass in my community every fucking day. Tell them they deserve it. And then one day be like, hey, just kidding, let's be friends and go fight the world together. It doesn't work like that. It just logically simply doesn't work like that. And additionally, accountability means more than just saying I'm sorry. And I got people in the comments talking about we got to set aside our differences. What do you mean? The differences you're talking about cannot be set aside. This is life or death issues that are happening right now. I cannot work with somebody that doesn't recognize or realize that. This is not just a difference in opinions. This is addressing a complete separation in humanity. Those of us that are choosing to see everyone else as a human being and stand up for their very basic right to be alive, as opposed to millions of MAGA that have never given a fuck. And you don't do that shit, you don't live within that identity outwardly, violently for 10 years, not address it, feel scared for yourself, come back out and be like, oopsie, the trust is not there. And for millions of people, you will never gain that trust back. So again, to this comment, the comment says if the Purple Revolution doesn't have any real stance on how they are going to handle white supremacy, I'm just going to sit back. I can't do that as a white man because I have to have skin in the game. But I have to navigate it very carefully because I have a multiracial family. Y'all, if you're a white MAGA walking out of this, go radicalize your friends, your family, coworkers or whatever that are still stuck in that shit. Kudos to you for wanting to walk the fuck away. Now go pull their ass out of that. And if it's too much and if you feel like you can't do that, that tells me you're also scared of other white people. And if you're scared to address the people that held your same identity for 10 years straight, how the fuck do you think everyone that doesn't look like me or you feels about you? And even me, because nobody can tell whether or not, just by looking at me, whether or not I was a Trump supporter. And y'all know I fucking hate his ass. It's just much deeper than how they are trying to piece this together moving forward.
All right, racist, what's shaking?
African American.
Black. No, I'm not African.
Racist America's house is on fire, and the girls are shaking in their boots now that the political monster that they built is turning on them. They have the audacity to start crying for a purple revolution. A purple revolution? Bitch, please. After decades of policies designed to break the backs of the true indigenous people, after a consistent and documented history of abuse and neglect, and their brilliant solution is for the original people to come together and take down the enemy with the enemy, let's be explicitly clear about what this means. Racists, you are not asking for partners. You are recruiting saviors. You have known the truth all along that black people are more dominant and superior to you. And now you want the people you have spent generations discrediting, brutalizing, and marginalizing to now pick up a map and navigate the path to survival for you? No apology, no tokens of a truce, nothing. Just privileged expectation from people who benefit from your demise. Do you think the original American Indians are going to help you? Well, the answer is no. The answer is a permanent, resounding, and unequivocal no. Racists, you stole this system, and you championed its cruelty. You voted for its evil actors. And you've consistently shown the world that you have everything under control, so now the true indigenous people are going to step back and let you and all your other allies that you allow on their land to demonstrate your magnificent expertise. Show the world what you can do. Prove the superiority you've always claimed, white people, because now you're on your own. Do not mistake the refusal of the original people to be your human shield as a stall to progress. progress. This refusal is the progress. It is the progress of a people who refuse to set themselves on fire to keep their oppressors warm. The true Indigenous Americans are not your emergency responders. They're not your crisis management team. America collapsing is not a collective problem. It's a problem for those who claim to own every single brick in the wall that's collapsing. So go on. Have your revolution. Paint it whatever color you want, because you will be painting alone.
This whole purple revolution thing is just assigning a color to FAFO. That's all it really is. And it reminds me of a story that I heard when I was a small child. This young boy was going up a mountain and he saw towards the top this snake. And the snake said, "Oh, please pick me up. Please pick me up. I'm so cold up here on this mountain. Please put me under your shirt and keep me warm." And the boy said, "No, I won't do that. You're going to bite me. You're a snake." And the snake said, No, I won't. I promise." And the boy said, "I don't believe you. You're a snake, and snakes bite little boys just like me." The snake said, "I'm so cold, I promise I will not bite you. Please just get me down off this mountain, and I will not bite you, I promise." And so the little boy, with his heart full of love and compassion and sympathy for the snake, picks him up, puts him under his shirt, climbs the rest of the way up the mountain, and on the way down, as it starts to warm up, the snake bites him and he immediately drops the snake and says, "Ow, why did you bite me? You told me you weren't going to bite me. You promised." And the snake's response was something along the lines of, "Yes, I said that, but in my nature, at my core, I am still a snake and I bite little boys just like you." That is exactly how I look at this purple revolution, these MAGA coming over. Oh, they say, "Oh, we're hurting. Please help us. We want to be with you. We want to help you. We want to join in the fight." As soon as it warms up, as soon as they start feeling better, they are going to bite us, because at their core, they are snakes, and snakes.
Ooh, girl, now Miss Heather done tried it. Talking about we don't need more jerseys, we don't need more labels, we need to drop the labels. Girl, it is not about the labels, okay? It's about the values. What's not clicking, Steven? We say MAGA or the right or right adjacent because that has context. It tells us exactly who we're dealing with, who they voted for, who they believe is human and deserves rights, and what they fear, what moves them. Those are kind of important. So no, you don't get to drop labels when those labels still define who is safe and who is in danger. They want to tell us that we should not expect MAGA to change. So you're telling us we shouldn't expect them to stop being racist, homophobic, xenophobic, transphobic, sexist, misogynistic, and white supremacist. But we should work with them. Talking about we don't have time because the world is on fire, baby. The world's been on fire. Y'all are just now smelling the smoke. They are just now smelling smoke. So then she wants to say y'all are trying to convert them. Don't expect them to change too fast. Huh? Ma'am, we're simply saying that human rights are not up for debate. It's quite simple. Because you can't unite with people who want to erase you. You can't build a new world with the same rot in the foundation. What's not clicking? Well, we don't have time for them to deconstruct. Baby, that's not our problem. It's really not. They need to go do that on their own and tear down their system if they're serious.
Listen, it's time to start a purple revolution. We need to come together to fight fascism, even though I voted for this, because fascism isn't working out the way that I intended. I know he said he would go after you, but it's affecting me too. And that's a problem for me. Look, my shit is on the curb and I'm about to lose my house. I've lost my health care insurance and my farm is about to be in foreclosure. I need you to come together with me and start a party to get rid of Donald Trump. And after we're done, we can go back to business as usual. You blacks, you tar baby bitches.
I've been thinking about this purple revolution thing, and I think it's a good idea. The problem with it is the people who want a purple revolution don't want a purple revolution. They want people on the left to move to the right and say, look, we found common ground. But if you want to find common ground, you want actual purple, you need to give up some ground. You need to be willing to compromise. And there are certain things that people on the right are not willing to compromise. And there are definitely certain things that I am not willing to compromise. You want there to be a purple revolution? I'm all for it. But I have some non-negotiables. Non-negotiables for me are human rights, housing, food, water, healthcare. Those are human rights that I am not willing to accept are not human rights in order to find common ground with you. Discrimination. Discrimination based on the color of someone's skin, race, religion, gender, sexual orientation. These are non-negotiables for me. We cannot have discrimination. If we're going to have a purple revolution, you need to accept that. And if you're not willing to, there is no common ground to be had. Period.
Purple revolution, huh? So I keep seeing these videos popping up in my feed nonstop about we need a purple revolution and the right and the left coming together. And I gotta tell you, I'm not on board with this shit. What the hell does that even mean, a purple revolution? Did you guys suddenly start believing in science? Did you suddenly start believing in women having equal rights? Did you suddenly start believing that members of the LGBTQ community have rights? Did you suddenly start believing that billionaires should pay their fair share? Did you suddenly start believing that tax breaks should not be going to the wealthiest 1% of this country? Did you suddenly start believing that American citizens deserve universal health care? Did you suddenly start believing that poor people are not the problem and we should be lifting them up and helping them up? Did you suddenly start believing that families deserve to have SNAP benefits? Did you suddenly start believing that the American worker deserves a living wage? Did you suddenly start believing that we should be funding mental health? Did you suddenly start believing in education and that college is not a liberal indoctrination camp? Did you suddenly start believing that people of different colors deserve equal rights and equal opportunities? Tell me, did you just suddenly wake up and decide that all of these things now are important and they matter? Or is it just a ploy to get more people on your side? You see, because the Democratic Party has been moving further to the right for the last 40 years to accommodate the Republicans, to accommodate the rich people. And look where the fuck it's gotten us. It has gotten us into this mess with Donald Trump. So yeah, no thanks. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, follow for more. This is Grim with Get the Rant, and I'll see you all in the next video.
So this purple revolution has done one thing very well. It has caught our attention. It has distracted us. And if there's anything people on the right love more than getting the attention of the left, is pissing them off. So I think this probably will be my last video on it, but I do want to say, if they really, really want to get an attaboy and a pat on the head from the left, how about they get together with all of their other leaving MAGA people and they all coordinate and they make their signs and they go down to the White House.
This is all I got from this video. And sincerely speaking, you and I know that trusting these people is like giving yourself up. I have posted Purple Revolution on Niacin and we've talked about it. And the reality is that the people that are agitating for Purple Revolution are still MAGA. And they are saying, we are not asking you to be, you can just help us promote Purple Revolution. Promote what? Black people will not be part of Purple Revolution. If you are looking for people to help and support you with Purple Revolution, go and call your families, because you all are still in the same category. It's as simple as that. Sometimes I look at them and I am like, you are leaving your family members to come out here and talk to us or talk to Black people about Purple Revolution, when you should start that with your brothers and sisters, your mothers, your cousins, your friends, your neighbors that you know vividly that they are racist. Nothing concern a Black person with Purple Revolution. If you like, make it green. If you like, make it red. You all are still MAGA. It's just like coming to tell me that time after election that they came out with blue bracelet trying to tell you all that they are the good ones. I mean, they ain't anything like the good ones. Fool me once, fool me twice. I must really be a huge fool, right? 4 at the same place. How many times? You definitely will use your tongue to count your teeth. Not anymore. Go and get your people. Go do the job and leave my people alone. Black people got nothing to do with Purple Revolution. Go out there and speak to your people on Purple Revolution, because If there is anyone that deserves this job to be done, you all deserve to go out and get the job done. Black people are done aligning with you people to get things done. Go out. You voted for this. This is actually, it's always them looking for black people to save their butts when they mess up. That's why they decided to bring Purple Revolution. Who told you that the people that are bringing Purple Revolution, that their mind is clear and clean? Of course, from the things that you are hearing them say, there ain't anything genuine about Purple Revolution. So cut that crap. Bye for now.